Did I get to the part where why he was funny to fight?
Mana.
I don't think so.
No, you didn't really. So it turns out you can just stand to his left or his right, like on his left or right side,
He just can't hit you.
and then his like attack where he jumps forward and snaps at you will just miss every time.
It's hilarious.
So I was like, oh man, this fight's gonna be real tough. He's not hitting me.
He's not. He just doesn't.
So only the belly flop was a danger, but you just parry that as you saw. And,
Yeah,
and
it's
you did
pretty
yourself.
quick.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Honestly, not too bad a fight.
No, that one was way easier than the last one.
Oh, for sure.
That guy was actually kind of tough.
Yeah.
The first guy, because of that
He
curse attack.
was. Yeah. You know,
I see something. Let's take a look.
back on the topic of Pokeclicker.
All right, we're going.
Selfish
We're
taking
staying
out.
there.
Look,
Pokeclicker, it is. What's up?
um,
Goodbye,
I
son.
actually think it's one of the better Pokemon experience, which is hilarious. I think.
Hey,
Like
It's
this
got
my,
every Pokemon.
my original first playthrough Diamond. My subsequent playthroughs of what was it, Emerald? No, it was Sapphire. And then playing through 5, 6 as they came out, right?
Yeah.
Those were fun. But like Pokeclicker has all the Pokemon, it's got all the storylines more or less.
it does.
You can go back and fight Red all over again if you really want to, consistently. Which I don't know why you do
the
that.
games where he exists.
Yeah,
You
like,
missed a
you-
blue. Yeah.
You could just do things like that in. I just find it.
Okay, let's go.
Why hasn't there been a Pokemon game that includes like a bunch of regions? A bunch of the regions.
Honestly, the real
This might come in handy.
answer that I've heard a lot
Full speed ahead.
is level scaling.
That's fine. How would that work?
Yeah.
That is a good question. Yeah, he seems fine. We can just leave him there. We have to save it. Get it. Security Pickard.
All
Careful
right.
not to
Deposit
crash.
him immediately.
Is that?
Deposit him immediately.
All right. To the box.
Oh, by the way, you could have just teleported to the cabin area.
Could have. Could have. Should have. Would have.
That's where it'll drop you off.
I have another friend for you.
I don't know.
Pickard.
Where's Sash?
Oh, that's right.
Where is Sash?
Sash
Let
was
us
on
not
the,
Sash.
on the prow earlier.
Oh, well,
The
then you
last
gotta go
time.
there.
You know, I think you would just
Wait,
have to.
That's Ashley. Is Sash up the crow's nest again? Because Lux is at the bottom of the crow's nest again.
Just a quest, though. Perfect timing. You're free right now. I have an important job for you. What do you want? Sunfish.
Dead.
They got eaten.
Dead.
Dead. I wonder what happened to them. Fish are in danger. You have to go. I've seen one too many sunfish related tragedies. Something's got to be done about it. I'd like to give you a hand. Let's do it. Rescue the sunfish. Take the sunfish. Become the sunfish. What?
Let's give it a go.
Get eaten like the sunfish. No more worries.
The full sunfish experience.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, it's a Pickard.
Yes. I think it likes herbs.
Go on, eat up.
Do you have ship parts somewhere, kid? I could
No.
use some. I can use some basic ship parts. Darn. Anyway, back to ship.
Let's keep sailing.
Come one with the ship. Pretty good. They didn't put more quest markers back in the very beginning. Ugh.
No, but they did put 3 on this map.
They did, and that's fine.
Let's be off.
You know, for level scaling in the Pokemon,
Amazing.
Yeah.
it would be an issue if you were to just say put the games together like you would as if they were like, all right, we played it through Kanto. Well, the Kanto Johto combination is actually not too bad because they kind of they scaled it, and it was like instead of going from
Well, two
1
regions
to like 60.
2 regions is doable.
Yeah. Ourselves instead.
The level scaling allows for it.
Now.
Yeah.
The current level scaling.
You would have to
This is a
do
nice find.
instead of doing gyms, you still might do gyms. But you would have to do like
If you need some muscle, I'm your guy.
contest things. Like for this gym, you have to use like, so this is the gym, this is the grass gym, for instance. Like you'd have to use say bug Pokemon, and only bug Pokemon you're allowed to use. Like you have to do different challenges like that instead of focusing on the levels, because the levels are just out of hand at that point.
I sort of see what you're getting at.
Strength.
But you'd have to
I
also do
think-
something with levels.
I think, and this
kinda
wouldn't
fun.
work in universe, but it would work as a video game. Is Pokemon have their
This
own
is actually pretty good.
levels in each region?
I see.
So like the Pokemon itself is the same Pokemon when you travel between regions, but it's like in Kanto you leveled it up to 50, right? You go to Johto,
You start level 1.
it is now level 1.
I could see that, but also it would make you feel like you've lost progress instead of just
No,
being
because
like
if you
a
go
challenge.
if you go back to Kanto, it's level 50 still.
Yeah, but
You're
you
zooming
spent all the
along.
time in Kanto. Once you eventually do everything in Kanto, then you would feel like you've lost progress when you move to other.
That's
Regions.
fine. It's a soft reboot of your team.
What I would think is you'd have to have something like let's say it's like a hold, maybe not like a hold item, but maybe it's like a toggle item where it's like your Pokemon are now being powered down to this gym's level. You still have to play the game, and your stats are just decreased.
So literally Guild
And
Wars
then-
2 level scaling.
I guess. I mean, you just have to scale the levels.
I mean, what? How's that different from what? Oh no, you know what? That is different. That
It
is
is
actually different from what I said, because the sense of progression
It's still there.
is not there with your method,
Yes.
because you'll just be at the level cap.
You'll just be at level 100. The things that you would have to do to progress would be more, I guess you'd have to do something else with the story. Like you take a team like
Now-
Team Rocket, for instance,
now-
and
now-
like they'd be running around doing stuff.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to like
We're zooming along.
maybe they've learned what shadow Pokemon are, and they've gotten this whole thing down. You have to go out and purify Pokemon to like progress them, or like
Blast 'em.
you'd have to unlock a way to train their EVs. Or
Yeah.
something else. You'd have to find another way to progress Pokemon, because eventually, after maybe you're like your third region, you're just to have all your Pokemon at like basically level 80, 90.
Yeah.
And there really isn't that much to progress given like a regular standard Pokemon game.
Yeah.
So I would kinda
Here's the thing, right? This is where you can take ideas from other monster taming games. So you
True.
still do the level reset. Do the level reset, but like maybe give an experience multiplier. Now you
scale
get
it by like the 4 through 6 gym.
And that takes care
But
of
yeah,
just-
you could do something like that.
But here's the thing. Also introduce level caps.
Level caps would be good.
Level caps with an experience multiplier.
right.
Notebook entry complete.
So
Let me know
Region
when you find
2,
something new. Is the ship
10 to
alright?
15% experience bonus. Right? 10 to 15% experience bonus.
Gotta be more careful.
But you're capped to, let's say in region 1 you're capped to the gym's level, right?
Right.
Region 2,
What are we waiting for?
that level
Hoist
cap
the
is relaxed a little
sails.
bit as well. You can go 2 levels higher than the gym leader.
What's a pleasant
Right.
breeze?
That way, it gives the feeling of a sort of like an elite Pokemon trainer traveling the world. You're gonna
Yeah.
roll over everyone eventually.
Yeah,
Once
eventually.
you get quote unquote well known and powerful enough,
Yep.
and well like
Let's
being a
make
good
use of
trainer
this.
enough.
Yep.
Come on,
And here's the thing.
gather around.
Then you can start pulling ideas from other. I'm pointing very, very distinctly
Protect us.
at Nexomon extinction here.
New island. I wonder
Yeah.
if we
You
can go
you
ashore.
you with
Alright,
like the number of
let's
badges
disembark.
you get as you get more badges, a flat percentage increase to catch rate.
Yes, that would be good.
Or like each badge gives you a catch rate increase for that type, right? Something
Right.
like that. Something where having those badges means something.
Yes. Yeah, like unlocking the Elite Four eventually in each region is good, but having like an extra bonus on top of that for like a meta progression sense is very
Yeah,
also
you need
extremely good.
a meta progression / horizontal progression. We are combining Nexomon Extinction with Guild Wars 2 with Pokemon. See, I say Guild Wars 2 after like
Hmm.
region. Are we doing a 9 region thing here? After region 3, you can start using your Pokemon as mounts.
Sure.
Or rather, you're always able to do that, but your Pokemon get better over time. So maybe they get a movement speed increase.
Right. Or maybe
Right?
it's just like outlawed in Kanto, and then once you're in Johto, you can.
Yeah,
start using it.
exactly. Like for some reason there is safety concerns and nobody wants you to do it in Kanto. So you have a bike. Yeah. Except that this is a bad example because Kanto is the only region where you can actually do that. So but you understand the example. You understand the
Yes.
example. It's just funny that we did it that way when
Yes.
literally Let's Go is the only games where you get to ride on your own Pokemon. Okay. Okay. But like, yeah. So you get catch percentage increases based on
Let's catch our
each
breath.
badge, right?
You know what
Like,
it could
you-
be?
you fight-
I
you
like
fight
the
Brock.
idea of like just the different Pokeballs, but maybe like you fight Brock, and he gives you he gives you a thing that gives like maybe Kurt access to crafting you a different Pokeball, and it's like the
Well, here-
like the Rock Ball.
So
or
we
something.
okay. So we don't need Kurt. We don't need Kurt.
Well, I mean, we don't need Kurt.
No. What I'm saying is Kurt in Region 2 teaches you how to craft the Pokeballs.
Right.
So maybe in Kanto, if we start in Kanto, there's a guy, right? Kurt is in Kanto visiting. Why not?
Sure. Yeah.
And then not Kurt. Let's go with not Kurt, because Kurt will teach you how to make Pokeballs yourself in Region 2. Region
Maybe-
1, there's just a traveling Pokeball crafter who's in a random town every day.
Maybe he learned from Kurt, and he's going around.
He learned
doing
from Kurt,
stuff.
and he's going around selling his services. You have a recipe
Right.
to craft a ball that's better against rock
Can't go
Pokemon.
through here.
He can make that for you with the materials, right?
Right.
And every time you get another rock type badge, so you get Roxanne's badge in Gen 3, or well, you know, in Hoenn,
Yeah.
and then that just like because you have 2 rock badges, the badges themselves apply a flat
Boost to the Rock
boost
Ball.
to the rock ball. Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
idea. Well, to the rock ball, but also a smaller flat percent
overall.
because
So all Pokemon.
overall, so that your Pokeballs and Great Balls and Ultra Balls are better too, right?
Right.
It's smaller, of course,
Yeah, it's smaller.
but it's there.
Yeah.
Also, they're eating some amazing
fruit.
fruit from this island that's completely free of Greeker influence.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool that you found this island and they gave you all this fruit.
Yeah, that's great. Let's do it. Get all this fruit. It's definitely super not poisoned.
No, it's not poisoned.
Yeah. I lost my train of thought.
It's fine.
was
To go
going
back,
what was it? Transferring Pokeballs, like being able to swap
Transfer.
Pokemon out of the Pokeball into a different one.
please. That
So
is a
if you-
feature
if you-
that so
if you
many
really liked
good
having Pokeballs.
That is a
Just the
that is a
default
feature
one?
that so many good fan games allow you to do.
Um,
The best fan games let you swap the Pokeball. Cosmetics are important.
It is. They're important. And which game was it that let you decorate the Pokeballs?
It was definitely the Sinnoh games. So
yes.
Diamond, Pearl, Platinum,
I like
BDSP.
doing that. Why did they get rid
I
of it?
think
Because they never keep things that are good.
they never keep things. Yeah, Pokeball seals. That's a Sinnoh thing. But hey,
They're so cool.
once
though.
you
once you get to
get
Sinnoh, you
Pokeball
unlock
seals.
that.
they never go away in this version.
Yeah.
So that's a cool thing too, right? Is that the regional stuff, like Hoenn has, a Hoenn and Sinnoh and Unova all have contests, but they're differently styled.
They are differently styled. This was no normal fruit. It's undead.
The orange is a zombie.
It's alive. Don't eat the fruit. Grieger energy. Is it Grieger? Toss it overboard. He's been Griegerified. Rafe, you've been Griegerified. I'm sorry to say this, but you have to go overboard now. Wait a minute, Gren. He ate it. Rest in peace.
He did.
We'll give you a burial in the seas. Throw it back up. Hit the Sparf on command. Oh man.
All right, now you have to go back.
It would be so cool to have a large Pokemon game like that. You know
Yeah,
what would be
this-
you know what would be great? If they just instead of focused on in your opinion, what's the best looking 3D game? And hopefully it's not Coliseum.
Oh, you mean 3D Pokemon game?
Yeah, 3D Pokemon game.
Honestly,
Fine,
as
man.
much as I don't like the game, as much as I don't like playing the game, Let's Go looks the best.
It does. You know, if they just stuck with that
That art style,
art style,
it's all they had to do.
it's all they had to do. All they have to do is pick an art style and stick with it. Never ever change it.
Well,
Well, maybe
all right,
never
let's
ever.
calm down. All right, let's calm down a little.
Look,
They can
all
change
they have
it.
to do is pick Gen 3 sprites and never ever change it. Okay?
Please, Gen 5. Gen 3 sprites are only okay.
You know that's fair. That's fair.
Honestly, can you imagine if they stuck with 2D animated sprites, and then we could have an Octopath-looking Pokemon game
That would be amazing, honestly.
where the Pokemon actually are fully color saturated and have their personalities back instead of being lifeless and just sort of standing there?
Yeah. You know,
I challenge
we're asking
any
for too
one
much.
of you listening to this. Go find your favorite Pokemon. Look at its battle animation.
What's
Like
this?
it's standard
Like
out
idle
in battle
in the
animation.
middle. Yeah.
And then if it's Gen 5 or earlier, find your favorite Pokemon that exists in Gen 5. There. We'll make sure it works for everyone. Find your favorite Pokemon that exists in Gen 5, which is to say anything from Gen 5 or earlier.
I did really like
Remember,
Gen
this
5.
was back when all Pokemon existed in each Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Go do that. Find its standard, like in Gen 8 or 9 or 7 or 6, if there's any Pokemon that are still only available in Gen 6. I know for a while there was a couple that were like, yep, I exist only in Gen 6, even though we're in Gen 8. So find the latest 3D model of your favorite Pokemon that exists in Gen 5 or earlier. Then go take a look at the Gen 5 sprite and tell me that isn't just way better in terms of coloration and personality. It's wild what we lost in the move to 3D.
It really is. And honestly,
Some good came of it.
a little
We
bit.
can control
yeah.
the camera now.
That's true.
Like move selection has never been better. We got crafting systems, which RPGs all tend to have nowadays, and it really works when it's crafting TMs. As much as I hate them not being infinite use, I think it kind of works.
Crafting single use TMs is really nice. It just kind of makes it feel like you put effort into acquiring a move instead of like, oh, let's just assemble a Pokemon real quick.
And also, they can give you a good move early, but not let you acquire more until later.
Yeah.
Right? Because the Pokemon that drop the materials you need are only in a later game area. It works. There's a lot they could do there, which means they're going to drop it in Gen 10.
Yep.
But you can work with that.
Can work with that.
I forgot where I was going with that. Anyway, back to our best Pokemon game ever idea with our incremental upgrades. Every region has an amulet coin, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They
So
just
instead of
stack-
amulet coin being a held item, it's just an effect on you.
You know what it
Right.
could be? It's like the Millennium Puzzle, and you just kind of assemble it over time.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you assemble all of them,
and then once you assemble
then it-
all of the pieces, you
Then
acquire
that's
the
when you can
souls of
finally-
enemy trainers, and then they work
Then you
for
can-
you and battle for you, and then they give you money.
no, we're not doing that. No, once you assemble it, then the game just immediately boots into Pokemon TCG.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the end game.
What's
The
really
end game
going
is they
on here?
actually constructed a new Pokemon TCG game. That's not like the
Yeah.
client, like the PC client or just the GBC games.
Oh. We could have a TCG tie-in, but like in universe as the Pokemon game, where like in addition to regular like online battles,
Yeah.
you could like collect fan cards from like Pokefans around the regions, and then like you could play them like you could play like Gwent in Witcher, but like against other players and NPCs.
So
You just play Pokemon cards in actual Pokemon game.
fun fact, this is another thing that some fan games do, and it works out pretty well.
There's no need playing it human anymore. Bowling Island. Here the Trident created it long ago. Bountiful for all of eternity.
Dog.
Whoever eats the fruit becomes the deathless Grieger themselves. Rip Gren. And it appears like because of the shipwreck. You're there again. Circumstances don't matter. Now that you've exposed the island's secret, your fate is sealed. Time to murder them. You turned into a dog.
And then the dog vanished.
Yeah, but
That's what happened.
yeah, just
Yeah.
I would
What
al-
other things?
Hmm?
What other things can we turn into horizontal progression for Pokemon? Like we said, we have mount speed. We can have individual mount speeds, right? I don't mean the Pokemon. I mean like land riding speed, surfing speed, flying speed
So-
can all be different values.
I would say we would have to expand the use of So, like,
No, HMs
dot-
would
dot-
HMs would still be eliminated as a thing
Well,
you have
yes.
to teach your Pokemon. However,
sorry, the use of them specifically, like diving
Yes.
being only in one region,
absolutely.
you would have to
Absolutely.
expand it to all regions, and you could all do a thing where you have to get
Oh,
like
we can-
like certified, like you had to do side quests
He-
to get access
well,
to it. in that
I don't
region.
know that that's necessarily what we need to do. Instead, later regions give you HMs you didn't have access to before.
Yes.
So Gen 3 introduces diving. Hey, weren't there some weird deep water looking
Water,
areas in
yes.
Kanto and Johto? Oh, now you can go back. Add backtracking to older regions. Add reasons for it.
True. Backtracking to explore more.
And we would have to make this fully 3D. Here's where it being fully 3D actually matters, is because in Gen 9, you get the ability to glide. So
Right.
Fly just activates the soaring map from
True.
Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire,
I
right?
can see that.
But if you can glide, that doesn't take you to the soaring map. That's on the ground. That's another set of areas and items that you can find in older regions.
Yes.
Found something.
What do you think we could like add as content? So the expansion of like say the underground or like diving and all that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
maybe there's like a deep diving researcher who wants you to collect relics or something from the past. And then doing that would
So-
maybe give you
so-
access to an item that does something.
So the relic collector in Gen 5,
Yeah.
he's not underwater, but he buys the in the original games, he buys the relic copper, silver, and gold off of you. In this
Right.
game, he could task you with finding stuff and give you rewards, actual rewards.
Wall crusher. Let's go.
Hey, weren't you just saying last time we streamed that we don't use Dogi enough?
Yeah, I know. We don't use Dogi
I knew
enough.
this. I knew this was coming up.
Of course.
Of course I did.
But we
This
also
is my
still
third
don't use
playthrough.
Dogi now.
I mean, it's
Yeah, we
true,
can
but
count on you, Doug.
here we go. We get to use Dogi.
It's the only time we're actually going to see him do it. Because like
What do you
in other
mean?
in other
You
in
think
other
we're-
games,
you think
he
we're
just
gonna-
comes through
you
the
think we're gonna-
wall and we're already on the other
you think-
side.
You think we're gonna see him do it? That's unfortunate. It's funny that now that we've moved away from 2D sprites on 3D backgrounds, he actually does it less. We're gonna fade to black here, I believe.
Fine.
It's funny though because he did it in East 1, he did it
Right.
in East 3, he did it in East 6, but now he doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah. First things first. Path open. Oh no! Fade to black.
Fade to black. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
see
he punched.
at least you can see the rock crumble,
Yeah, he punched.
but they didn't animate him punching. Sadly, this is like a middle ground.
Sure.
We still didn't seem to do it.
Still sensing Grieger up ahead. Job for humanity, you say. I'd like to give you a piece of my mind, but since you're helping them, I guess maybe call it cooperating. He's been poisoned with the Grieger. Warren, I forgot what it looks, what it felt like to be human. Go check out these other islanders.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
All right,
relic
what up
collector to collect things, but what would he give you tangibly that would do stuff in game as opposed to just money or like something?
He could maybe he could give you an amulet coin. Oh, like he could give you several things. Like there's like one.
Yeah, but I'd like to add
thing-
something completely new.
No, there's one thing in each region that he's looking for, right?
Right.
Like you can find
It's like a quest line.
relic gold, relic silver, relic copper, and he'll still buy those from you for some money. But when you find the item, or even like generically important items,
Right.
but like there's like the item in each region, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And when you find that, you know, maybe in Kanto it's an amulet coin, right?
Yeah.
But like his home region, the region where he's set up to do this stuff, when you find it there, he'll give you a sonar device that'll let you
Oh.
find underwater caves. How about that?
That's pretty neat. Yeah.
Like it just opens up more exploration underwater.
More exploration.
That feels fitting.
Yeah. So I would like to think that we would have to add a whole overarching thing to all of the regions. Maybe not like a whole plot line, but like
There's a reason why you're going around.
there's a reason why you're going around. Maybe you're interested in like the old era, and you are exploring like what happened back then and why things came to be the way they are.
So you are a historian.
Yeah.
So you're going around learning the legends of each region.
Yeah, and so helping out, say, the relic guy, he would maybe give you access because he's the relic guy. He has contacts. He can give you access to like the ruin in that area.
Okay.
So you doing his quest to find his item gives you access to learn more about what your like the character's personally interested in.
Yeah. Okay.
And then maybe there's like a couple new unknown in that area, or some other.
We can tie the unknown in.
I mean, you could tie the unknown in, but it doesn't have
Give
to
him
be
a
the
purpose.
unknown specifically.
No, why not? Why not? They're
No,
the
like, it
Mystic
could-
Ruins
it could-
Pokemon.
Also be the unknown, but it could be something
True.
else. Like maybe there's like an ancient, some ancient research that was about an ancient Pokemon from that time. So it's like a double super ancient Pokemon that you're like finding clues and yeah, like you're trying to find clues to, or maybe like trying to assemble a full fossil of or something.
Ah, okay. Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah.
So like, you're trying to find one of the original Pokemon after
Okay,
Arceus
yeah, sure,
created
sure.
everything.
Yeah.